Hello everyone, welcome back to another Watchin. Today we are going to take a look at a prototype watch. I'm super excited to take a look at this one. There are some other watch reviewers that have gotten a chance to look at it, and I'll link to their videos below and we'll talk about who they are in a minute. Before we get to that, we'll do a quick wrist check. You'll see that I am wearing my Sal Baltimore Founder Edition. Still a favorite of mine. Couple other things, guys. I've got discount codes for Spinnaker, Aviate, and Ballast. And if you're into old cars, check out my other channel, Mileage Unknown. All those links are below. Like I said, we're going to talk about a couple of the other reviewers that I know are getting the chance to look at this one. And some other people are going to get a chance to look at it, and I will add their links as well. So this watch was actually created by Ivan over at Watch Me Unboxing, and I am super excited to take a look at his creation. This is the Iconic Timepieces Hampton Bay. The other watch reviewer that I know has already got a chance to look at it is Andrew over at My Watch Addiction. And honestly, guys, as I was making this video, I realized this is my third year doing watch videos. And if it wasn't for my subscribers and other YouTubers and watch community people like Andrew at My Watch Addictions and Ivan over at Watch Me Unboxing, I'm not sure that I would still be doing this 3 years on. I love watches. By no means am I an expert on watches. And I like being able to bring them to you guys so you can take a look at some of these pieces and make decisions on your own. Now, we'll get into the meat and potatoes on this one. So this has a 43 millimeter 316L stainless case and bracelet. It's 13 millimeters thick. This one is running a Sellita SW200-1 Swiss automatic movement. It has AR coated flat sapphire crystal. This one has Swiss Superluminova on the hands and markers with a unidirectional sapphire bezel with full Swiss lume as well. Now, being that this was the prototype, once Ivan got it into his hands, he noticed a few things that he wanted to make changes on. So we'll kind of go over the changes that are coming on the watch, and I think they're going to be good changes. Starting with the Iconic logo, instead of being printed on, it is going to be an applied stainless logo. I think that'll be cool. One thing about the lume, which we'll still go dark and take a look at the lume. Originally, his design had the BGW9 Swiss Superluminova, which is blue. And the prototypes came with the C3 Swiss Superluminova, which is green. So from my understanding, he's gonna swap over back to the blue on the production models, but I can't resist taking a look at full lume anything. Another thing that's going to change, which I think is a good idea, is the hands are going to be a little bit fatter than they are right now. They're pretty slim, which I do like the look and design of the hands. So hopefully, even though when they are made a little fatter, that maintains that kind of design. It matches really well with the indices and markers on the watch. I also love the Iconic timepiece logo on the back of the second hand. I think that's really cool. This one has the date window at the 4 o'clock position, which I also am a big fan of, especially on a watch like this when you see the indices and you're able to have a full indice there instead of having the date window, a full indice at the 3 o'clock instead of having a date window. Now, I might be a crazy person. For some reason, this watch design invokes a bunch of different images to me. I mean, when you look at the indices and markers on this dial, they just look like crazy teeth, and I think it's so cool. I mean, part of me, this will sound super nerdy and weird, but part of me, it reminds me of the sandworm monster from Star Wars, just the teeth and the craziness of that dial. But it looks so awesome in person. Honestly, every time I get a new watch, I actually have my pop staying with me right now, and I showed him, and the first word out of his mouth was wow. He really, really likes the design of this one, and I do well as well. We have the Iconic Timepieces logo on the crown as well as the bracelet. One other change that's going to be made is the bracelet. Currently it is 22 millimeters all the way down. It is going to be swapped out for a little bit, I believe, a little bit different design as well as a tapered bracelet. It's going to go from 18 millimeter or from 22 millimeter down to 18. A couple things I really love about this piece are the color options that Ivan went with for these initial 4. Who knows? Maybe there'll be more colors later on. I can't even imagine what it actually takes to put one of these pieces together, try and make the hard choices on colors and everything. And you know, like I said, this is a prototype. Ivan got it into his hands and immediately went, I like this, I don't like that, we need to change this. And so I think the production models are going to come out just awesome. I'm excited that I got to check out the blue. I really love that paint, you know, that fade on the dial is so cool. Unfortunately, I don't know that my lighting in here is doing it the justice that it deserves, but all of the colors have that really awesome fade into it, and I think they would look really cool out in the sunshine. And, you know, I like the softness of the way the bezel edge is. I really love the lug design on this one. It's funny because my first thought on the lug design, it almost reminds me of an hourglass, which is weird. And obviously you've got a big fat belly here, you know, the dial being the dial in the case. But when you see the way the lug design comes out, it's a watch that, or a design I haven't really seen on any other watches. If you have seen this design, I would love to know about it. Put it in the comments below. I would love to get a look at a few others with that design. But, you know, I really, really like that lug design. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of an hourglass or like a mantle clock or something. I mean, there's something about it that is just unique. Obviously, we've got a nice brush look on the case. We've got the logo on the case back. Of course, I love display case backs, so it would be kind of cool to get a display case back. But, you know, it doesn't have to be that way for me. I like that Ivan also is running the Sellita SW200 Swiss movement versus a Seiko NH35. Don't get me wrong, I love my Seiko movements. Ton of my watches have them, and they're great movements, but it's nice to have a little bit of a bump up from a standard Seiko movement. A couple other things on this one is it's just damn cool. I'm super excited about this one. We're gonna go dark really quick. Take a look at that full lume. Even though I know this one's green and not the blue, hopefully it'll at least give you an idea on how cool that lume is going to look. Well, here we are in the dark, and you can see how cool that lume is. Honestly, it's kind of crazy because I think my camera is almost picking it up more blue than green. But let's go ahead and hit it with the black light and see how bright we can get this one. We'll talk about a couple things that I actually think is nice on this with the lume. All right. Clearly we have a nice bright lume. I like that there is nice lume on the hands as well as the second hand. You know, there's oftentimes, you guys follow me, there's oftentimes some of the watches, the lume choices are weird. So I like the lume on this one. Here we are back in the light. I decided to throw it on wrist so you could see how that looks on my roughly 7-inch wrist. And I think it looks killer. I can't wait to have one of my own. The only thing I don't like about this one is the fact that I got to send it to somebody else. But my time will come. I will have one of these. I believe there actually is a giveaway. You need to sign up. I'll put the link below just in case. Maybe you'll win one. The pricing structure on these, the pre-orders begin March 1st. The first 75 purchased are going to be at $450. After that, the price is going up to $480. And the retail price after the pre-orders end is going to be $675. Now that's going to get you, the Hampton Bay, the color of your choice, a zip-up case, a logoed zip-up case, a tool, a sticker. And, originally I think Ivan wanted to try and do a NATO strap or something as well. That could change. It might happen, might not. Maybe he'll add that as a stretch goal. I'm super excited for Ivan. I can't, like I said, I can't imagine what it took to get it to this point. And he's working very hard to build an awesome community around the brand. And you know what? The fact that Ivan and Andrew over at My Watch Addictions, Ivan at Watch Me Unboxing, the fact that these guys, we actually talk quite a bit. The fact that we're YouTubers, watch guys, whatever, has been great. Awesome dudes. Check out their videos. It's always cool to see other people's views on the same watch. I don't know what else I can say. Let me know what you guys think of this one in the comments below. As always, guys, thanks for watching.